Hi and welcome to this week's energy forecast. I'm Rachael Phillips, the creator of the BEYOU Oracle Cards and also of the Sacred Oracle online program. This week's energy forecast is for March the 29th through to April the 4th, with the overall theme being Open the Doorway to Success. Let's begin by exploring the messages through each individual cards. Monday and Tuesday is the card of Uniqueness. Wednesday through till Friday is the card of moon cycles, and the weekend's message is the world. Now, what a beautiful way to begin this week, beginning with the uniqueness, about being able to celebrate and rejoice in your own unique qualities. As we know, there is not another person on this planet that is you, and that is the most important thing to be able to remember. A lot of the times we can compare ourselves to others. We want to, in a way, not be them, but we wish we had those types of qualities. And what we do in that process is that we negate away our own amazing qualities. We've just come through a beautiful full moon, and we have seen all of those shadows, parts of ourselves, come to the surface and rise and bring more light to those areas, and therefore it allows us to be able to explore every quality within our own self, and being able to recognize that we are a combination of perfections and imperfections, and therefore being able to come to that place of acceptance, of being able to accept all parts of yourself. The uniqueness card is about being able to understand that every element within you is what makes up who you are, and that is something that should be owned, and for you to be able to shine out into this world, because you are put on this earth to be you and share all parts of yourself with the world, because that is what makes you you, and that is the beauty in it. And therefore, when we can step into that space of being able to own everything about what makes you you, and share your faults, your flaws, your quirks, your perks, and all of that beauty that resides within you, is that place that we come, where we are no longer comparing ourselves to others. We're not putting ourselves down. We're being able to celebrate in all of those amazing qualities that makes you you. So Monday and Tuesday is about being able to celebrate all of those beautiful components that make up you. Now, as we move through to Wednesday through to Friday, as we know, there's the moon cycles, we start to be able to become aware of those fears and doubts that rose upon the full moon, and being able to understand that you, at any given time, we don't just have to wait for a full moon portal, but we can at any given time bring more awareness to what comes up in a full moon and work on those components, because they are the areas that don't have as much energy or as much strength being brought to them, and therefore we can spend more time being able to bring more energy to those areas to become your strengths. Being able to, i.e., say for example that you've got a fear around showing up. Well, the greatest way to be able to overcome those fears is to be able to face them. So show up every day, be you. Those are those beautiful components. As you can see, it follows after the uniqueness. Let your unique qualities shine, rather than allowing your fears and doubts to hold you back into the shadows. And that's what the midweek is about, is allowing your fears and doubts that came up in the full moon to become those areas that you strengthen and bring more awareness to and acceptance in those areas, and work on how can you face those fears, because fears can only become something that hold us back if you give them the power to. And that is the most important thing, is that you recognize your strengths within your own self, that you have the capacity and every single quality within you to overcome those fears. Fears are stories that we have told ourselves over a long duration of time. So it's about replacing those stories, not buying into those excuses, breaking through those limitations. And therefore, as you can see, as you practice building more strength in those areas, this then leads us to the gorgeous message that comes through on the weekend, which is the world, which is understanding that there is success waiting there for you. It's almost as if it's in your energetic vortex, but the only thing that has been preventing you are those fears and limitations. So as you break through them and build more strength around them, you draw closer and closer and closer to the success that you have always wanted. And so therefore it's understanding that one of the messages that comes through with the world is there is a plethora of abundance waiting for all of the hard work that you have put in. But first you've got to be able to move through those fears. So as you can see, leading through this week around being able to move towards that success, it's about being able to, again, just a quick little recap, is to shine your magic of your uniqueness with the world. Face your fears and move through them and look at the limitations that have held you back and start to develop more techniques or strengths around those areas to break through them, and then you are guaranteed the world is your oyster, and the abundance and success that you have been waiting and wishing for is waiting there for you. So it's an incredibly amazing week that leads us to be able to understand that there is always success waiting there for us if we are prepared to do the work in acceptance, letting go and surrendering, and allowing, being in a receptive state to allow to move closer to that success that you all have always wanted. So I wish you an incredibly amazing week. Much love to you all and take care. Bye.